How's it going? I'm going to be making a video for beginners if they have a T-Rex 250 and they don't know why it's not flying quite stable or it's a little hard to fly. I'm going to give you some pointers on how to maybe troubleshoot this problem, because I had this problem as well. Alright, I didn't build mine, I ordered it off of eBay and the guy sort of screwed it all up. When I got it, I went over the whole thing. The guy installed the tail boom backwards, the tail rotor blades were backwards. The canopy was cracked. He said it wasn't crashed, but the main rotor drive shaft was bent. So, it also came with an E-Sky gyro, which was not a heading lock gyro. Alright, so what we got here is one of the main things to look at after you have it assembled, or if you purchased it used, is your swash plate levelness. Mine looks fairly level, but I was flying it earlier, so when I cut off my transmitter, it probably wasn't too level. There you go, you get a better view now. You wanna keep your linkage rods kind of, square on the. You want to kind of keep them square. This one's not too square. There you go, pretty square. But without even taking off the canopy, you could check your swash plate levelness. One of the main things to look at is your transmitter. I use a DX6i. I love this transmitter. It has a 10 model memory. I could fly my airplanes and my helicopters. I have the MCX, the MSR, my T-Rex 250, and a micro park fly PF51 Mustang. Now when you look at my transmitter, my trims are very little trimmed out. That's because I kept my linkage rods at the right length. I mean, even though the manual says one thing, you can change it. Alright, I want to show you. Let's go into sub trim. Keep your sub trim fairly low, because if you have it too high, it affects the servo arm throw. So if you have a high sub trim, what you want to do is lower your sub trim to 0. Then you want to go back to the helicopter and check your swash plate levelness. If it's not level, then take off the linkage rod and adjust it to where the swash plate looks level. Coming back to the transmitter, you could see that my sub trim is very low, and you saw that my regular trim was very low. Another thing to look at is, sorry about the blurriness, your swash mix. Swash mix should definitely be the same. What I suggest is starting off at 60 and working your way up. Mine's at 65 because that's where I kind of left it. I don't really mind it being at 65, but I do have negative aileron and negative pitch because the servo was moving the opposite way. So that's how I set up mine. And also I have on the reverses, I don't touch the mixes or the Revo mix or anything. You go to reverses. The only thing that I have reversed is the aileron because the servo was flipped. So my swash type, this is another big thing. If you didn't already set your swash type to 120 degrees, it's basically set up for like a 5-in-1 helicopter, which would basically be like the MSR or the MCX. Well, basically, you just want it at 120 because it's a 6-channel helicopter. I'm not redoing this video, so. Alright, there's basically that. And just mainly some stuff to have in your box are spare parts. I don't have all my spare parts in here. I do have another little case, but you definitely want zip ties because it makes your helicopter look all nice. I got tiny black zip ties. You judge it by like the size of my hand. And then you can see the zip ties are one's right here, one's right here. Actually, well, you can see it right there. There's a zip tie right here. Everything's zip tied. I mean, I kind of keep my helicopter nice and neat, but you definitely want to. Now, I don't even have an aligned engine or an aligned speed control, as you could see. The guy sold it to me with no-name brand stuff. I mean, I really didn't know what I was looking for when I purchased it, but it's a great flying helicopter. I'll post a hovering video. I'm not too great, but definitely do those swash plate adjustments, because if you don't do it, your helicopter won't be very stable. And when you go to move one way, if let's say if you go to move forward, it might bank off to the right or to the left if your swash plate's not level as you're moving forward. But definitely that, and get a main drive shaft for the main rotor. Get some fly bars, two in a package, $4. You can't really see it. These are, I think these were like $6 or $7. Yeah, these are $7. You can't really see the price. Tools to have on hand, extra blades too. I have a mini screwdriver. Definitely have yourself a blade grip if you have it in a case, because it's obviously not going to fit. I have snips, a razor blade over here in the corner, Allen keys. I have extra landing gear. These are some more of my extra parts. Definitely have extra linkage rods because they do snap if you were to crash. Well, the plastic ends snap. I have an extra servo in here, but I really never have to change it. This is a Spectrum servo. My helicopter has mostly Spectrum stuff on it. That's about it. And if you have any questions, I am a beginner myself, so don't ask too hard of a question. But if you're an experienced pilot with helicopter, well, RC helicopters, you could comment and tell me if I did a good job or not, and if there's anything else I should know. Thank you very much. Have a good day.